Hey, I'm Eric O'Keefe, and I'm here with Sarah Deschaine, and she's an awesome client over there at Durbrell Performance. She's here to share her story, the results, everything, and the whole process and what it's like to actually work out and train there. So, Sarah, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And what I want to do is I kind of want to get a little bit of background information for you. So, I guess let's step back a little bit before you started training there, and tell me kind of where you were, maybe physically and emotionally at that time.
Well, I started working out on my own, running a lot of 5Ks, taking classes at the gym. But I lost a good amount of weight by myself, but I reached some sort of plateau where I couldn't get any further.
Okay, and so you hit that plateau, and how did it make you feel that knowing that you kind of hit that and you weren't able to really progress any further?
It was a little frustrating because I'd worked so hard
Yeah.
and I wasn't seeing any more results.
Okay, and how long would you say that you were kind of stuck maybe in that range or in that plateau for?
Probably for like a good 6 months.
Okay, so it was probably eating away at you a little bit, right? Just like, "Ugh, I'm working so hard and nothing's
Yeah.
really, yeah, okay. And so it kind of got to the point where you're like, all right, I need to do something else, right?
Yes.
Okay, and it was at that point that you decided to maybe start searching, or was there a friend or somebody, or actually, how did you find out about Dirt Bro Performance?
My friend who I know from college, who I actually live with now, he had started going there based on the recommendation of his sister. So he had some really awesome results. So I was like, oh, I'll try check it out. I was intending on just trying it and then going back to what I was doing.
Okay, so you're like, well, they're doing it. Let me give it a go. Let's see what it's like. All right, so tell me about what that first day was. You had to go in. You probably went in for a consultation, right? You were going to talk to Callie, if you remember, or somebody like that.
Um, I don't entirely remember, but I
Okay.
do remember doing a class.
Okay. What was going through your mind, or how were you feeling maybe going to that first class?
I was excited for something different. A little intimidated because everybody seemed to be very fit.
Okay.
But
So go ahead.
it ended up being no worries at all. The trainers are awesome, welcoming, and even the people are welcoming.
Okay, so you were nervous going in, right? You were just like, I
Yeah,
don't know what to expect, and then you go in, you
right,
see all this stuff, you see all these people like who are just working out great. You say they're in great shape, and it kind of was intimidating, like you said, right?
right.
Okay, so you get in there, and then you obviously took the class. You were with the trainers. You met Callie. Did it make you feel comfortable, like right off the bat? Did that kind of like ease that tension that you had before you had gone in there?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they were more aware of what I was capable of than I was.
Hmm.
And then because of that, I was able to believe that I can do all these things different.
Okay, so we're going along in the process. Let's say maybe after a few sessions or a week, had were you starting to see like, wow, this is maybe really different from anything that I've done before?
Definitely.
Okay.
I had taken classes, but there was no one telling me like, or helping me decide to go up in weight or pushing me harder. So it was really nice to have someone who knows like, hey, you can lift heavier. You try this, you can do it. May not have been an exercise I would try on my own.
Hmm. So how did that make you feel, seeing that you actually had people who were maybe challenging you where you hadn't been challenged before?
It was really good.
Yeah.
Really good feeling.
Okay.
I have accomplished so much that I never thought I could, like flipping 420-pound tires and stuff like that. It's just amazing feeling.
Okay. Now, in the classes, because some people like that, you can hear that you're flipping 420-pound tires. There could be some people like that's insane. That could be intimidating for them. But tell me about the atmosphere and what it's like to actually train there with the other people.
Everybody's really supportive and welcoming. Like, I've gone to the gym elsewhere before and it's been the same people for like years and years, but I don't know them. But this gym, like, I'm friends with outside of the gym, some of them, and like I've met so many cool people of different backgrounds. It's kind of fun. And yeah, you just don't dread workouts because there's all these people that that are looking forward to just see you there.
So there's an actual, I guess, a social side to all this. It's not just going there and getting in shape. Like you now
Yeah,
have That
I
okay.
like to think of it like a family.
Okay. All right. So it's a family, and you right. You've never been to a gym or had trainers or anything that's even been remotely close to like a family like that.
Not at all.
Okay. All right. And to kind of explain a little bit because people can hear that sounds pretty cool. But what are some of the workouts like? Oh, you were talking about a tire before, but like if someone's to walk in, what could they expect in kind of a workout?
Um, I'm trying to think
Yeah,
the
it doesn't
best.
have to be specific details. Just kind of like all right, this is just basic idea. Like how long it takes and what they can expect from it.
Yeah, I mean it's a 45 minute usually, but some workouts are like timed, like so many seconds per exercise, or like 35 minutes to do as many rounds as possible,
Hmm.
or just like like Tabata exercises and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's a setup workout of the day.
Okay. And it's different again from where you had been and things you were doing before, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what I want to talk about, I guess, the results because you said before you started, right? You'd already lost some weight, you had already, seen some results, but then for about 6 months you were at a plateau. Okay. Did this help break through that plateau?
It definitely got me less worried about scale numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I am definitely more comfortable with myself because I've lost so much body fat and like body composition is noticeably changing. I've gained a lot of muscle definition and muscle
Mm-hmm.
and lost fat.
Okay. And have you, I mean, I know you're not on the scale or anything, but has there been any numbers in terms of maybe body fat percentage or anything that you guys have tracked, or at least that you're aware of?
Um, I don't know the exact numbers at the moment,
Okay.
but I think it was like 30 something inches so far.
Wow.
Um, weight wise, I haven't really changed too much, but the body fat has been the big thing,
Okay. And you feel better than what you did before?
definitely.
Okay. And you're happier than, about how your outcome and what you're looking like and how you're feeling than you were before?
Definitely, I think I'm more confident.
Okay. Now, have you noticed any other kind of changes through it? Like have you noticed anything maybe in terms along the lines of energy? Because you're working out hard and then you got to, go to work, things like that. How's your energy going throughout the day? Is that any different?
I think it's definitely better. I like being active and try to be active more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I'm just not as lazy anymore, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just always try to do something new, change it up,
Okay.
keep moving.
And this has given you the confidence to really, try and do different things that you hadn't been able to do before.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So let's say you go in there and there's something that maybe before you're like, there's no way I can do this. Would you look at it differently and say maybe, okay, and now I'm going to do this?
Oh, definitely. I always will try anything. Even though it's scary, I'll try it.
Okay. All right. I'm curious to know how long, at the time we're talking this, how long have you been there for?
I think 2 years.
Okay. So obviously, right, you said in the beginning you're going to go in, oh, I'm going to just try this. And then I'm going to go back to what I was doing. So obviously, there's something there that's really, really keeping you there. If you were to try and put your finger on that one thing that's keeping you there over this time, what would you say that is?
I think the group atmosphere, the supportive group atmosphere, and the trainers who legitimately want you to do well and do your best and achieve your goals.
Okay.
So there's someone helping you to achieve your goals and
Gotcha.
is there any time to like talk to if you're having issues or to change it up.
Okay. All right. And we're in just a second. We're actually going to dive into a little bit more. I want to find out about the trainers. I just want to ask you. I got two more things on this. I want to ask you: has this been? Would you go as far as say that this has been something that's been life changing for you?
Definitely, I don't dread working out ever. If I could, I'd be there all the time. But unfortunately, I can't. But yeah, it's the one thing I look forward to in my day and my week. I schedule it out, so that's number one.
Mm, okay. And if someone sees this and they're thinking about joining the gym and they're maybe on the fence, they're not 100% sure. What would you want to say to somebody that's thinking or that's on the fence like that?
I think just trying it is number one thing you should do. I mean, she has a good trial program. It's like $21 for 21 days or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice. I mean, that's what I did, and I was hooked.
Okay. All right. And then I want to shift gears, just the last few questions for you. What I want to do is I want to find out a little bit about the trainers and a little bit about Callie. So we won't have to go through like each individual trainer, but I mean, maybe just a few words that describe what type of people the trainers actually are.
They're definitely caring, approachable, and they push you hard,
Hmm.
but not beyond your limit.
Okay.
They can read you well.
Have you ever come across any trainers that are like this or this kind of like understanding?
I've never had this much personal attention, no.
Okay. Okay. And obviously you said that they care, right? They're looking out for you, and obviously I'm guessing since you've been there 2 years and you've seen some results, they're knowledgeable about what they're doing.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. And now let me ask you about Callie. Give me, right, Callie's the owner. Give me a few words or phrases that describe the type of person or human being that Callie is.
Mm. She's definitely really good at what she does.
Hmm.
She doesn't only tell you how to do it, she definitely practices what she preaches. Um, she is very approachable and to talk about anything health wise. She seems to want to, gain more knowledge to help us even more.
Okay. And she also comes off that she cares not just about you,
Yes.
but for everybody else.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And if the last question I have is let's say they decide to close up shop and Callie's moving away, okay, and you could never talk to her again, you couldn't email her, call her or anything like that, and this would be the last time you could ever say anything to her, what would you want to say?
I would probably say thank you for all that she's done for me. I don't think my life would be the same without her and her business. Um, yeah, it's been amazing.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for coming on, sharing your story, your experience, and getting some great results there. I really do appreciate you doing that, and I just want to wish you the best of luck with everything moving forward.
Thanks.
All right, take care.